welcome back to my channel. I'm at the Orlando airport. I have a direct flight to San Francisco. It was supposed to leave at 6:30 p.m., but it got delayed 3 hours. When I got to the airport to check in, they said I was the last person to check in for the flight, even though I was there 2 hours before our departure time. I couldn't believe it, so I asked if the flight was full, and they said it's not full at all. There's about 100 open seats. This was a 6-hour direct flight on Alaska Airlines, and because we were delayed, we didn't arrive in San Francisco until about 12:30 a.m. Luckily, my friends were still awake to pick me up at the airport. We drove back to their apartment downtown and went to bed. Good morning! We're here in downtown San Francisco. I'm staying at my friend Maddie's house. She's a longtime friend of mine. Like, we go way back, don't we, Maddie? Way back. To St. Louis days. She's the girl who lived in my backyard. Not literally, but her house like kind of almost backed up to our backyard, you know? So it's like, we would run through the backyards to each other's houses all the time. And here she is, she moved to San Francisco, so we're gonna go explore and have a good day.
It's nice because this is the perfect like midday little walk day where it's just like infinite. Just walk through.
Oh, because we're going to Union Square.
Oh, yeah, Union Square is where we're gonna shop.
Okay. I love that. I love the way this map is. You are here. In this circle, everything's 5-minute walk. Within this circle, everything's a 10-minute walk. 20-minute walk, 20-minute walk. All right, one thing I've heard about San Francisco is that See's Candies is a very popular candy company. So I just found it here. One of my good girlfriends who's from Seattle, Washington, she's like, if you go to San Francisco, you have to go to See's Candies. So there it is. That's for you, Janine. Now we're gonna take the train over to Union Market. The subway. Lots of public transit. They've got buses, they have the subway, which we're about to ride, and they have trolleys. Where we just had lunch. We got some poke bowls at the San Francisco Mall. Just to eat that. So we're about to walk into Waterbar. This is a really nice restaurant right on the water. All right. So we have wine. Here. Yeah.
Cheers to visiting the other cruise. Thanks for making it out here.
We will be supportive in Napa.
You guys say cheese. What a great place to be. Looking at the Bay Bridge.
Oh, actually, we could totally stop at the ferry boat to go to the bathroom.
So we just had a little happy hour adventure at this bar called Waterbar, right on the San Francisco Bay. We had just a great happy hour. Like, I had 2 glasses of wine, and they were $8. That's a pretty good deal for a happy hour, I'd say. $8 each. we had a great platter of oysters. It was 24 oysters for $24, right?
That's crazy.
This Bay Bridge looks so cool right now. It's all lit up. And apparently, this was an art installation. Look, it's like raining. The bridge is now raining with light. So beautiful. Anyway, they originally put that up as an art installation and everybody just loved it so much that they kept it up. So we're going to Novela next, and it's a literary themed bar. Apparently, it looks really beautiful on the inside, so
It has very good cocktails.
all right, has good cocktails. Highly recommended. This is the flight of punches. We have strawberry mezcal, white peach, and blueberry bourbon. Novela in San Francisco, you can get a flight of these punches for $17. Definitely recommend.
They should rename that on the
Novela was such a cute bar. I loved how the walls were lined with color-coordinated books. We left around midnight and started walking back to the apartment and picked up a couple pizzas on our way, and then we went to bed.
We've ever done this.
Good morning, happy Saturday. We are headed to Napa Valley this morning. We have like 5 different reservations visiting some wineries. We're gonna visit an Italian restaurant for lunch today. Just so excited. This is my first time ever going to Napa Valley. Luckily we had some good recommendations given to us and we planned our day and made reservations everywhere. You kind of have to do that apparently. If you want to like make sure you're able to visit somewhere, you have to make a reservation. And that goes for like even dinner in San Francisco or like wherever. So yeah, we're really excited. What's the name of the first place that we're going? Trefethen. We don't know if we're saying that right. Might be mispronounced. We have our lovely chauffeur Will is driving us today. We're so lucky. Thanks, Will. And yeah, we're just gonna have a day and I'll bring you along with us. All right, we made it to our first winery, Trefethen. It's so nice out. It was supposed to be a little cloudy earlier, but now it's like super sunny and beautiful. Like I'm out here in the middle of January in a t-shirt, you know, just gorgeous. We're gonna have somebody talk to us about some wine.
This is more that Alsatian, German, Austrian, dry, bright, crisp kind of style. In this COVID life we've been living in the backyard.
First wine of the day, we're trying a Riesling. So there's a movie I love on Netflix called A California Christmas. There's a character in that movie played by David Del Rio. His character is just so funny. And he has this secret gift. He's actually a farmhand, just supposed to be working raising cows on the farm, you know, but like he ends up finding out that he has this like true gift for tasting exact flavors in wine. He knows exactly, is there chocolate, pepper, spice, berries, raspberries, all of that. Anyway, if you've never seen that movie, you should definitely see it because it's hilarious. And I feel like I just need to be David Del Rio today and try to guess all the notes. That's the fun part of drinking wine, is you taste all the different flavors. Is it sweet? Is it sour? Is it rich? Is it dark? Is it bold? Does it taste like peach? You know, pear, apple, citrus. And I took a wine class in college, so I got to know kind of how to talk about wine when I did that.
100%. I've done 13 harvests in Napa, one in New Zealand in 2015. Yesterday, det får bara love affair med CVB all that. It's what I do really well. You can always tell it's a kiwi, they upflect at the end. You know what I mean? This isn't that big, spicy, grassy style of Sauvignon. It's really nice and tangy acid. Sometimes these white wines are like, wow, I have heartburn. They'll get
Just like pop in before you go.
Napa Valley is really known for their Cabernet. Lots and lots of Cabernet Sauvignon. It does really, really well here. So we're trying a Cabernet right now.
Dude, this is amazing.
It's
This is so
I have no idea why this is over here. It shouldn't be here. It should be over in the Reserve Villa. It's the Reserve Cabernet Sauvignon. But let's exploit the hell out of this, huh? Might as well, right? This is the oldest wine you've tried, too. This is a 2017 vintage. A little bit, for me, a little deeper, darker tone of Cabernet. A little more of that dark cocoa powder and coconut husk thing going on.
I like it. I think I like that more than the Cabernet I was just drinking. It's really smooth and nice.
Yeah.
So our wine connoisseur here his name is Nick, which is also my brother's name, so I'll never forget that. He's so good. Like, he is just full of all these random facts. Highly recommend. If you come to Trefethen and you get Nick as your local expert, you're definitely gonna have a good time. He's so funny. He's from the Midwest. He's from like
Kansas.
Yeah, he's not quite from Missouri like we're from Missouri, but yeah, he's from the neighboring state of Kansas, so he knows what's up in the Midwest. You know what I mean?
Farm boy.
So we just had a really lovely wine tasting. We had booked this in advance. We tried at least 7 different types of wine. My favorite was the Sauvignon Blanc, which is what I've got right here. Ended up buying it. Be taking that home back to Florida with me. Our next stop is at Don Giovani's for an Italian lunch. Risotto. What did you get?
This is, I don't know, but it's good looking.
Is that chicken or turkey?
I think it's done.
And I had the penne carbonara. Carbonara is like one of my most favorite Italian dishes. So. Oh my gosh, so good.
This is amazing.
And this place is an Italian restaurant right in Napa Valley. Don Giovani's. Just really, really good pasta. This is going to fill us up before we go do the rest of our wine tour today. So cheers.
Hey, hello.
How are you guys doing today?
We're doing all right.
Good. What time is your reservation for?
So it was at 3:13 and we called and let him know we're running a couple minutes late.
No worries. What's the name for the reservation?
Motherington?
Yes. You guys are good to go. Enjoy you guys the wine tasting. Just continue straight up the hill.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
You're welcome.
I'm ready for some Chardonnay.
2019 from Santa Barbara. The wine is 12 months in French oak, but 50% of new oak and 50% of neutral. Just got a little bit of buttery and oaky. This is the Woodland 2019 from Madison Valley. You can smell something like lychee, pineapple and mango in it, pairing perfectly with spicy food like Thai food and Indian food.
You guys both got the same.
I didn't know that. she's gonna swirl the glasses.
I
And I don't know why
he's
it's just one
so
of those things where I'm
aggressively
like, I
swirls
just
it.
don't think I could, like, it just seems so scary, and he's so good at it. Like, he gets so much, like, velocity in just, like, that one movement.
Yeah, he's so good at it.
Yeah.
Ramesia. Best seller for the sweet wine. The blend between four varieties. Cabernet Sauvignon.
I taste raspberries or strawberries. It's got a little bubble to
Super
it.
sweet.
It's very, very sweet.
Very, very
This is
sweet.
La
You can
Fantasia
honey immediately.
at Castello di Amorosa. That's really good. Sweet wine. I like it. I like sweet wine and just like little bits like this. You probably couldn't drink a whole glass, but
Real big one and real.
Castello di Amorosa is an authentically styled 13th century Tuscan castle. In Italian, its name means Castle of Love. Medieval designs and construction methods were used to build this 136,000 square foot masterpiece. There are 107 rooms, 95 of which are devoted to winemaking. The castle took 15 years to build and opened its doors to the public in 2007. This was the most recommended place to see, and it's no wonder why. This is a place you must visit at least once in your life. Our last winery is only a short drive away, called Mumm Napa. I really liked how scenic the roads were. I also never knew that there were so many wineries in Napa. You could really visit often and try a new winery every time.
It's crazy that Trefethen sells grapes to Mumm.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Mumm Napa. I mean, they only do sparkling wine.
So the only wine we can get here is sparkling?
They may have other stuff here, but I feel like it's mostly sparkling.
I'm down for whatever, so that's fine.
Yeah.
No matter what. So I was really excited to check out Napa Valley because where Maddie and I are from in Missouri has their own little wine country that they're building up. It's called Augusta, Missouri. They're getting a huge revamp, like $100 million being pumped into 5 wineries in Augusta, Missouri. They're trying to become like big competition with Napa Valley. I honestly feel like things are very similar because in Missouri you have like big rolling hills, and I do really like a lot of the wines in Missouri, especially a couple of the wines at Balducci, Montel, Mount Pleasant. But Napa Valley really does, I think, win with views because there's literal mountains on either side of us, and I have tried some really good wine. Cheers, guys. Once the sun set, we drove back to San Francisco. We stopped at In-N-Out on the way back. We were all too tired to go out in the city, so instead we stayed inside with snacks and drank more wine and played games. On the last day of the trip, we got up and went to brunch. We went to a place called BlueStone. It's a coffee shop, but also a great brunch restaurant. Had some really good food, and then after that we went off and did some tourist attractions. We're gonna be really adventurous and try to drive down this really curvy road. What's the name of the road?
Lombard.
Lombard. I mean, it's insane. You have to be like living on the edge to try to drive down this road. Man, good luck, Will.
Yeah, thanks.
No.
Yeah, I saw it once. You're half C. Oh my gosh. After seeing cars try to drive down the crazy, windy Lombard Street, we headed over to a state park where we can find the best views of the Golden Gate Bridge. A crab? Oh my gosh. The spiders of the sea. Wow.
Yeah, but here that might have actually been what you were fishing for.
You want to see my binoculars?
Yeah. Hours to get back home. Here's a little birdie. It looks like Loch Ness.
We visited one of the most Instagrammable spots in San Francisco at the Palace of Fine Arts. This over-the-top palace is free to visit and walk around. It is surrounded by hiking trails, museums, art galleries, restaurants, and a beautiful pond. This structure was designed by Bernard Maybeck for the 1915 Panama Pacific Exposition, a World's Fair that celebrated the Panama Canal's opening. We're all really tired from today. I laid down and had a little nap. Woke up and we decided to order food. So we got Gott's roadside, which we actually drove by a Gott's roadside on the way to Napa yesterday. There's also one like a few blocks from here. At last, it's go home day where I fly back to Florida. I'm really happy with how this trip turned out. It was amazing to see my friends again and explore some new scenery. Thanks for watching. Please like the video and tell me what you thought in the comments. Subscribe to see more videos from me, and I'll see you in the next one.